Welcome back to another amazing episode of Trailer Trashing. I'm your host, Joey Rinaldi, as always, and joining me as they do all the time is our chief editor producer, Charlie Weinshank, and our resident funny guy, Derek Blythe.
That's right.
What is happening, boys?
Hello.
I just moved into this new house.
And you sound no different to me. You could have said you were on Mars, and I wouldn't have noticed.
Is it haunted yet?
I think it might be. It's like every once in a while I'm like, either my house is gonna completely blow up right now, or there's a ghost, or something else. You know what else? I moved into this house, and there's a giant flagpole in the front yard, and it's got this enormous American flag on it, and the biggest on the block. There's a couple other people on the block with American flags. This one has the biggest one out of everyone by far, and it's like, I don't really want an American flag at all on my house, and I try to take it off, and guess what? It doesn't come down. I'm renting, so it's just part of the house, I guess. No choices.
I also forgot to tell the listeners that Charlie is the biggest American flag guy I know. He's so patriotic.
I really must be.
Yeah. You bleed red, white, and blue. Is that right?
I guess I do now. There's nothing I can do about it. It's honestly embarrassing for me. I don't want everyone to think I'm one of those guys who's overcompensating by having a ginormous American flag.
That's what my mom used to warn me about. She goes, Joey, I'd hate for you to end up with some guy with an enormous flag because they'll overcompensate him with something else.
Have a regular-sized flag.
Derek, you're from the South Country. Is it very
Sure.
common to have flags outside your house?
Yes,
Really?
very much so.
Do you like it?
I don't have an opinion on this. Although you can assume like the people that probably have the largest flags, the larger the flag, the farther right they believe.
Right.
The farther right they lean.
That's why I don't want to have this flag. I'm stuck with this flag.
They're just like, I have to be the most patriotic.
Can I ask a really dumb question? I've
No.
been wondering this my whole life. When I'm on the highway and I see a guy who's like trunk is painted with the American flag, a Confederate flag, or whatever, how can they back out? Like, can they see through the paint? Like, I don't.
Oh, actually, I have the answer. And
Yes.
It's kind of interesting. So those aren't paints; they're
It's like
stickers.
tinting. Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's actually, yeah. So what it is there's tiny holes in the sticker, and you can see it's like a one-way mirror. You can see through it, but you can't see into it from outside, and because of all the little holes. You ever see those, like, remember Kanye sunglasses?
Yeah.
But remember how after the Kanye sunglasses, they had the ones that were like completely like not even any window shades. It was like straight up just like plastic. And you're like, how does
Right.
anyone see through those?
I had
That's
some
the
of
same
those
technology.
in 2010. I had
Yeah.
my shirt that said "Fly like a G6," and my window shade glasses.
Were
Exactly.
you doing? Wait, Derek, were you doing that ironically, or did you think you were like a badass motherfucker?
It was ironic.
Derek, be honest. This is a safe space.
Popping bottles in the ice, getting slizzard. I did say slizzard so much that it ended up being like, am I still being ironic?
So the worst fad I had is that my friend Eric and I would make up like weird, like bad slang, like intentionally bad slang to be ironic. But then we would do it so often, it became like our thing, and I hated it. And one of the things that caught on was whenever one of us went to shower, we would have to announce to everybody, "Hey, we're gonna take a show for the Lao Lao."
Ooh, that's
Oh,
bad.
that hurts.
No, but that was the point. The point was we made these slangs that was
All
supposed to be
slang is bad, a bastardation of the Queen's English.
a show for the Lao Lao, and
Oh,
like it
that's
caught.
Ew.
But like I remember it caught on. Like I
You
remember
have
like.
to say it in a Pauly Shore voice, or it just sounds awful.
Can you give me a
Who's
Pauly
that?
Shaw voice?
Shout for the loud. Oh,
That's exactly how we would do it. We were wearing sideways caps. We were having our shorts have our underwear stick out, and we didn't and we wore
Out of the bottom?
Yeah, and we wore all the henna tattoos. It was like 6th grade, you know.
henna tattoos?
Yeah,
Henna
like
tattoos.
like
the Indian hand stuff that women wear?
No. Well, I think that's a. I think
Or
that's
do you mean like temporary tattoos?
temporary
I mean,
tattoos?
He means he means temporary tattoos.
I think henna is like. I don't know.
Well, because all henna tattoos are temporary. I think
Everything is temporary.
that's true. We all die.
So we were talking about American flags before, and you know where the American flag is
Nah,
still.
you should have done it off of his "We All Die." Speaking of "We All Die," the bar goes quiet as you go into the saloon.
Oh, that was
See, that's
it.
how you do it.
That's how you do it, Joey. You should have done that.
Let's edit all this out. I'm going back to
No,
my.
it's good.
I'm,
It's gold.
No, I'm going back to my guns. 3, 2, 1. And speaking of the American flag, you know where the flag still runs wild? In the wild, wild west. That's right. Today on Trailer Trashing, we're doing Western movies. See
Shout for the loud loud.
Shout for the No, but we are doing Western movies, and I chose it because the whole point of this podcast is we do a new theme each week, and how do we leave out one of the most classic themes of them all? Westerns. I knew we were going to do it eventually, but I couldn't wait. I had to do it this week, and we're doing it.
It's classic. That's right.
Are you guys big Western heads? As
a child, I was.
Yeah, me too.
I watched a ton of westerns with my dad when I was growing up. In fact, the one that I chose today was a favorite of my dad's, and then therefore a favorite of me because I was a 5-year-old kid.
And what is the name of that movie, Charlie?
It's called Shane, and my dad used to come into the kitchen when I was 5 years old, and he'd be like, "I've been looking for you," and I'd be like, "Looking for me?" And he'd be like, "I heard you're a no good, low down Yankee liar."
Oh my god, I want to watch this movie so badly. The top comment on the YouTube of the movie trailer is, I said that all wrong. The top YouTube comment for the movie trailer is
I see it.
Wait, read it. It's great.
Shane Davis comments, "My father grew up watching this movie, so much so he named me after
Oh my
it."
God.
and I think on that note, we should see the movie trailer of this guy who's named after Shane, who commented the thing about him being Shane.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
George Stevens, creator of such masterpieces as Giant and his Academy Award-winning A Place in the Sun, enlarges the scope of the screen with a motion picture whose monumental background is matched by the stature of its moving human drama. Drama that began when a mysterious stranger rode in from out of nowhere to play a decisive role in the lives of these rugged pioneers.
You can call me Shane.
Shane, who attracted the woman with his quiet strength, who fascinated the boy with the glint of his gun.
We'd all be much better off if there wasn't a single gun left in this valley.
A gun is as good or bad as the man using it.
From the clash of elemental forces, George Stevens has created a motion picture unforgettable for its spectacle and scope, its great human story, its deadly conflict.
I've heard about you.
What have you heard, Shane?
I've heard that you're a low-down Yankee liar.
Wow.
That was really great.
That was incredible. And I also feel personally attacked because I'm from New England. So does that make me a no good stinking Yankee?
You're a dang Yankee snake in the grass is what you are.
Oh, Derek,
Did they say New England?
No, but that's what a Yankee is. It's a guy from New England.
No, a Yankee is a guy from the north.
Yeah, New England's
Just
the North.
all of if you're from America and you're not from the South or the 1800s West,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
you're a goddamn Yankee snake in the grass. With your fancy book learning, think you're better than me? You try rustling up a herd of cows. Yeah, with your fancy book learning.
See, I always thought it was stupid that the New York Yankees were called the Yankees because I always thought like Yankee was specifically for New Englanders. So I guess I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
when the British invented the term, it was like there was only that colony.
Oh, see, trailer trashing. It's a history lesson with jokes.
Yeah.
And it comes from that they yanked their penises a lot around town in Boston.
No, they didn't. Is that what Yankee Doodle was doing? Yankee
Yeah,
Doodle
he-
winked his
he
Yankee
put it-
around the girls in the street. I don't know.
That you were making up nonsense, but that still makes more sense than the actual song. Put
Well,
a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. The fuck are you talking about?
Wait, are those the actual lyrics? Or I think
Yeah.
those,
Put a
no,
feather in his cap and called it
And
macaroni.
called it macaroni.
And we're just supposed to accept that as an American standard.
I'm actually I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's those lyrics were like made for like nursery rhymes for like little kids, and that there's an actual Yankee Doodle that's like inappropriate.
Put a bullet in his gun and shot another homie.
Most nursery rhymes are like really dark and really fucked up.
Oh,
Like,
you with your big conspiracy theories. Go back
Not
to
a conspiracy
go back
theory.
to InfoWars, Charlie, with your with your smallpox disease music.
Well, I mean, the
What?
song "Ring Around the Rosie" is about the.
That was
Black
the joke.
Plague.
That
right.
was the joke I was making.
Macaroni
Yeah, we-
probably means syphilis or something.
Yeah.
He put the feather of a Native American girl he gave syphilis to and killed her entire village.
Derek, it'd be a real shame if you got that macaroni syphilis on your Yankee Doodle.
Are you trying to do a Yankee curse on me
Oh,
right now?
yeah.
I'll shoot you dead where you stand, cotton picking snake in the grass.
I'm trying to do.
Oh.
I'm trying to do a Yankee curse on
You're
your
trying
whole.
to piss me off, is what you're
on
trying
your
to do.
whole swamp infested, rabbit eating, raccoon loving, armpit stinking face. That's what I'm trying to do.
God damn.
That was
You
long-winded.
just wove a tapestry of offense and larger than Charlie's flag and waved it
Couldn't
proudly
be
at my
possible.
ancestors.
Not larger than my
So-
flag.
So, what did you guys think about the trailer?
I thought the trailer was really fantastic. However, you guys haven't seen the movie, but I have, and I'll let you know that they gave away a lot in this movie. I mean, trailer.
See, you said they gave away a lot, but I still don't know much about the movie, so I still feel good about seeing it. I think,
Right.
I think you
I'm-
know too much.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't think they gave away things that like okay, I'm going to say this. If you watched the movie like directly after the trailer, you'd be like, "Oh, wow, they put a lot in that trailer." But they did it so tastefully that it doesn't spoil anything.
It's so tasty that I'm still licking the little things on my fingers.
The little syphilis macaronis.
I'm going to give this trailer like a 7.5 actually. I think it was a really nice trailer.
Wow, I'm giving
Um,
it a 9. I loved it.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, you know, a 7.5 is high for me.
That is. Charlie's got a high bar.
Well, I have a high bar.
No, Joe,
you
you
don't.
you lack a bar.
Your
entirely.
bar changes so much
Like,
depending on how many ladies and titties or
all right, I'll be honest.
Puns.
I didn't find the lady
or
attractive.
people
in the
falling
trailer.
down.
The lady in the trailer did not do it for me.
She was an honest to goodness Christian woman.
That's right.
She was a God-fearing American who hated those damn Yankees.
Doing the two-step.
No, actually, she was the most liberal person in this movie. Like you have Shane,
Oh,
who's
Right, you
oh,
can see her. You can see her forearms.
Oh, we got Derek with his right wing stuff and Charlie with his left wing stuff.
well, she was anti-gun. He was like saying, "It's
Oh, right.
not guns that kill people; it's people that kill people." And
They
she's
ought
like,
to
"Get
take
rid of all
every
the guns."
gun out of this here place.
did Charlton Heston direct this movie?
Charlton Heston directed it, and he's like, have the woman complain about the guns,
There you go.
So,
thinking she knows better than that man.
So I'm gonna do a little game that I like to call the Rotten Tomato game, and I want to see.
Wait, Derek, what do you rate this trailer? You
he
forgot
said he said he gave it 100. He loved
No, I
it.
didn't.
Yeah, he did.
I give it a 3.
What?
What?
Yeah, with
Is
the
that for real?
exception of the gunfight, I was kind of bored to tears. It looks like every single Western. They're all the same.
Oh,
They're
get
all the
out
same.
of here!
But this
They're
is
all
a
the
Western
same.
episode.
You-
I'm really bored by them.
When did you become this Western snob?
I
The
didn't
Derek-
feel like saying that until we were in the middle of it. I like the music in them.
The music is
boring.
good, yeah.
You changed. The Derek that I knew used to love all Western commercials and trailers, and now look at yourself.
You projected an image of me in your head.
I was infatuated with you for most of my childhood, Derek Blaine.
It was boring. It was boring. The gunfight was cool.
The gunfight
It
was
boring.
Okay, so what do you guys think the trailer? The Rotten Tomatoes?
cool. Derek, you threw Joey off completely.
I completely disarmed you.
Oh, because well, that's accurate to the movie because you're a Southerner and I'm a Yankee. So
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's inaccurate. You would be trying to disarm Derek.
I shot your gun, and it flew out of your hand like.
you shot me. You shot me down, Lord. You shot me down.
And it made a cat run away, and a lady
you
just
did
gasped.
that noise again? That was
Yeah, your move, partner.
So Rotten Tomato, it's your move. I want to know what you guys think. This is exciting, actually. I'm really excited about what you guys are going to think about this.
who's going first?
Charlie,
uh,
go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I
fuck
think
Derek.
this had so much
Excuse me?
critically acclaimed. What do you call it? What happened?
I said fuck Derek, and I forgot that I said that out loud, and Derek heard it. Derek, I love you so much. I want you to. I kid a lot, and I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, you mean the world to me.
I think you have your moments. Anyway, Charlie, what's your score?
I'm gonna go high. I think this is gonna be like a 85.
I'll give it like a 75.
Wow, Derek, you
probably
lost. You lost.
Okay.
Like I disarmed you. It was
Sure.
It was a 97.
Wow, wow,
Damn.
that's incredibly high. In fact, it said like 5 times at the beginning how classic and critically acclaimed this movie is. So,
I think yeah, that seeing the kid yell at him, I think that is a scene I've heard of before.
Yeah. Shane!
Shane, where you
Shane!
going, Shane? Where you going? You're heading right toward the mountains. I ain't seen no supplies. Shane, you didn't finish your supper, Shane.
That is
Shane, I
incredibly
ain't got
accurate.
no legal guardian, Shane. I ain't got no legal guardian. Shane.
That is exactly what the movie is like.
I'm pretty sure the movie trailer said this is a one-of-a-kind film because of its use of the scope.
Is this where the cliche comes from, where he's like, I gotta keep moving on, and someone is just yelling at him,
Yeah,
I care
yeah,
about
that is-
you.
that-
Nope, I'm a no good for
That's what
nothing
that scene
Western
was.
cowboy, and I gotta
That's
keep
what
on
yeah.
to the next
Shane!
town.
Shane!
Shane, your taters are getting cold, Shane.
If you guys were wondering where Shane was riding to, I can tell you where he was going to. He was going to a little place I like to call Roger Ebert
Going to
land.
Caesar's palace to put everything on red.
Woo! Shane!
Shane, I ain't got no money or I ain't got no life skills.
I was trying to segue to the Roger Ebert stuff. Come on.
All right, okay. He gave it a 4 out of perfect score.
He
and
gave
it's actually
it a 4. Babyface motherfucking the Eagle
he
Ebert.
gave it more than just a 4. This I actually have never seen this before. It actually says great movie with a trophy next to it underneath the title and above the stars. That's like more than I've ever. It didn't only get
Yeah.
a perfect score. It got a little sticker that says great
That
movie.
there's
That's
an
pretty good.
accolade if I do say so myself, ma'am.
and what did the Ebert man say about this lovely film?
All right, in this final paragraph, he says, "What the
Come on, Charlie. It's the English
says-
language.
He says, "Why does he do this? There is little of the samurai in him. There is a little of the samurai in him, and the medieval knight. He has a code, and yet there's something else suggested by his
What the
behavior.
hell's happening
Yeah,
with those?
I think that was written in a southern accent.
There's something else suggested.
There's no spaces. I don't know. Yeah.
Charlie, can you just read it? Derek.
Okay.
Hold
And yet-
your comments for later.
And yet, there's something else suggested by his behavior, his personality, his whole tone. Here is a man tough enough to handle any threat and handsome enough to win the heart of almost any woman. Why does he present himself as a weakling? Why is he without a woman? There must be a deep current of fear enlivened by masochism. Is he afraid of women? Maybe. Does he deliberately lead men to think they can manhandle him and then kill them? Manifestly. Does he do this out of bravery and courage or because he believes in doing the right thing? That is the conventional answer. Does he also do it because he expresses some deep need or yearning and a real possibility? Shane never says and maybe never knows. Shane wears a white hat and Palance wears a... Oh, I guess that's the bad guy. And Palance wears a black hat. But the buried psychology of this movie is muddled, uneasy, fascinating gray.
Were you
Wow.
trying to do a southern accent for any of that?
I don't know.
In the middle of it, you I swear, turned into Christopher Walken.
I
Why
kinda
is he
just-
without a woman?
Why is he without a woman?
woman.
Woman.
Maybe.
Maybe I'd be
whatever
damned.
happen. You know what I mean? What do you call an accent? Doing an accent, I like it, but I can never seem to do the accent at will. So what I do is I just let whatever happen, and that's what you get.
Yeah,
you
there
know
was
what I mean?
it went a few places. that was fun and
And I
unpredictable.
also want to thank you, Charlie, for allowing yourself to go to those links and places because
Thank
I
you.
really appreciated it. And you don't always get that on this show.
You know what? I appreciate it, guys. But you hear what he's saying though? It's kind of crazy. He's claiming that Shane is not just some white hat good guy cowboy guy. He's saying that
He's a
what Shane
fascinating
does
gray.
is he is afraid of women, so he has to leave. You know, that's why he's always leaving. He can't stay down with one woman. And he's not just a good guy who defends right and wrong. He's saying that Shane pretends to be a weakling in order to make these bad guys think they can kill him, and then he goes out and murders them. He's saying that Shane is more of some sort of psychologically twisted serial killer who can't hold down a woman. Now that is a hot take if I've heard one.
So it's like a toxic masculinity kind of movie.
No, he's
that what he's
I
saying?
guess
No, he's
Because
saying
I'm
he's a
like-
psychopath. Like this guy has
he's
he's not well.
psychologically damaged. Yeah.
He's damaged goods. I don't want any of that Shane-ness on my potato tots.
Shane.
He's asking the question, why is Shane a cowboy who goes around acting like he's the morally good guy, but he also just kind of goes from town to town killing bad guys and sleeping with little boys' moms? It's like, why doesn't he just stay with one woman?
Charlie, you know who I think would have a really good explanation for that? My good friend.
A dollar fist.
No. You guys, can you guys stop doing that? Because that's the second time you guys did that, and you both shit the bed. I was gonna say, you know who'd have a good answer for that? The classic Western actor Clint Eastwood, who happens to be the lead man in the next movie trailer we're gonna watch, which
Dollar
is
fist.
Fistful of Dollars. You know what? Like I started this show, and I may leave this show because of you fucking assholes.
I'm
Like,
just trying to get some reaction out of you. I'm just trying to get you to
it's
show a
too
little
easy.
bit of emotion.
No,
You get
that's
so mad.
No, that's my line. I get emotion out of you guys. I'm already emotional. I don't need extra emotion. Right now, this is too much emotion.
He's
People
gonna
can't
blow a
handle me.
gasket.
No, I get emotion out of Derek and Charlie. Derek and Charlie do not need to get emotions out of Joey. Let's watch the trailer.
Sure
I gotta
thing, fella. Sure thing. Steady boy. Woo, steady boy.
Woo!
Steady boy. Oh, he's a little upset. I gotta give him his salt lick. Steady there, boy. Slow down. Steady there.
Derek, I need to cool off. Wait, don't shush me. This is awful. I'm mad. I'm upset. I gotta cool.
He's had a big day.
I want to make my line. Let me make my line. I want to cool off like the hothead Yankee I am. Let's watch the trailer. Fuck you, Derek.
Roll it, boys.
This short cigar belongs to the man with no name. This long gun belongs to the man with no name. This poncho belongs to the man with no name.
Rico! Heard you wanted to see me. What's wrong, Ramon? You losing your touch? Shoot to kill, you better hit the heart. Aim for the heart or you'll never stop me.
The man with no name. Danger fits him like a tight black glove. He is perhaps the most dangerous man who ever lived.
Get 3 coffins ready. I don't think it's nice, you laughing. You see, my mule don't like people laughing. He gets the crazy idea you're laughing at him. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it. My mistake. 4 coffins.
This man with no name is played by Clint Eastwood. He's going to trigger a whole new style in adventure. A Fistful of Dollars is the first motion picture of its kind. It won't be the last.
Wait a second. Both trailers we just saw, both of them claim that there was not, like, they're the only movie of its kind.
Well,
do all Westerns just think they're the first one making a Western?
I guess that's the selling point is, like, at the time, culture's so inundated with cowboys and Westerns, you want to say, this movie isn't like them other fellers. This one has a
Heart and
crazy
soul?
guy.
yeah, but also on top of that, these are both like some. We also have to note that we're watching like 2 of like some really top notch. There's a lot of ones that are not good.
Oh, the last trailer we're gonna watch is not a top-notch Western at all.
But this is the spaghetti Western. This is the like
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it the first of its? If it's
No,
saying the first
it's
of
not.
kind,
It's
it
not
must
the
have been.
first of its kind. There was actually like 20 before this one, but this
Spaghetti
was.
Westerns?
But this was the first spaghetti Western that made it like iconic and like. So a lot of Americans watched this and thought this was the first spaghetti Western at like when it came out because like the other ones before it weren't like that successful or famous.
Ah, yeah. Hey, wait. I just realized. Do you have any fun facts? You didn't have any fun facts about Shane?
I do have some fun facts about Shane. I didn't bring them up because we were having such fun banter talking about Yankee Doodles and Skippity's Doodads and talking about Derek's Southern Pride and all that fun stuff.
All right. Whatever.
Well, I'll give you one fun fact from
Yeah,
I'll give you one.
I live for the facts.
All right, so Jean Arthur, who played the really sweet lefty female character in who didn't like guns. In real life, she was like that. She actually got mad at the director for the way he treated the animals and made the producers get like animal patrol to like come on set and make sure that like the animals were treated properly because she was like, if I'm going to be on a film with horses, I want these horses to be treated well like humans. And she like really helped animal rights in that way.
Wow, you'll have to hear it. You'll have to hear it.
The other fun facts are just okay. Like when Shane and Joe were fighting, they wanted the horses to freak out, but the horses were such good like acting horses, they knew not to freak out. So to get them to freak out, they basically bought bear costumes and made their extras wear bear costumes and chase the horses around.
Dang,
Wow.
they should have just talked over their transitions.
Hey, I'm not a horse. I'm a God-fearing Italian.
Speaking of Italians, the spaghetti Western.
That's a transition, Charlie.
Thank you. I know. I got it in me.
And so speaking of female characters, female actresses making a big stink on the film set, Gia Maria, who was a renowned like lefty actress who like did a lot of like cool civil rights stuff for the.
So
for,
you don't mean
for Spain.
left-handed?
No, for Spain, she was like a big like activist in Spain. Because of this, her and Clint Eastwood did not get along at all on the film set. They
You
barely
can imagine, right?
They barely spoke, and he was like, "I don't know why this Spaniard has all these beliefs. In my country, Spaniards don't have beliefs." Like,
So she wasn't Italian? I thought all the spaghettis were Italian people.
no, they filmed them in Italy, but they got their actors from Spain, Italy, and Germany. On this set, actually, there was most of the people on the set either spoke German, Spanish, and English, and so nobody knew what anybody was saying.
That's wild. I always love those stories. It's like that's why the spaghetti westerns have so much intrigue. It's like because you can see it. Like he's speaking English and they're speaking like just like some other language that's overdubbed. It's like how the heck did that work when they were doing it live?
Well, that's
Yeah.
why I think this one is so fun, and the sequel. I've only seen the sequel, but it's a lot of fun because no one else's voice is matching. But like, it's clear that Clint Eastwood is dubbed as well, but he's speaking English, so it's
Yeah.
clearly dubbed, but his lips are matching what he's saying, and he's the only one, and everyone else is just all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
It's surreal to watch.
What's the sequel called again?
For a few dollars more.
Yeah, I've seen them both.
So I am so glad that the name was Fistful of Dollars because it made the sequels names really good. Because
There's a few, right?
Because the original name of this movie was called The Magnificent Stranger. That was the actual name of it, and they literally changed it 3 days before the premiere. 3
Yeah,
days.
that
That
sounds
sounds
like-
like a magician riding into town.
It sounds
Doing
like when you
tricks.
sit on your arm until it falls asleep and then you jerk yourself off.
Oh, thank
you
you,
do it
magnificent stranger.
You
To
do it
sleep
really
I
well.
go.
Sounds like what I did last night, if you know what I mean. Well,
Yeah, we just explained it.
We just
Everybody
did
knows
that.
what you mean. You just said out
no,
loud what we were talking
I
about.
was being subtle and nuanced. Nobody knows what I'm
There
talking
was
about.
nothing subtle nor nuanced about that.
That's all right.
Hey,
We need
you keep your pipe down, boy. Bub.
bub.
What does that mean, pipe down?
I don't know.
I know put a sock in it is because
Put a sock in it.
to mute a record player, you'd stuff a sock into the little trumpet thingy.
Oh, the phonograph.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna rate this trailer like a 2. I did not enjoy it. It wasn't fun.
But he shot a guy.
Yeah.
And a
I'm
guy
not-
got hit by a barrel, and the barrel exploded, and he screamed before the barrel hit him.
that was a good part.
I liked that part.
The pacing just felt off to me. I didn't like it. It's a 2. I don't want to really talk too much about it. I didn't like it.
You know, I liked it less than Shane's trailer, to be honest with you guys. I like the movie. I like both of these movies a lot, but this trailer was just kind of so I'm going to give it like a 6. It was still not like terrible or anything. It wasn't bad. It was good, but it was just lacked any sort of pizzazz.
I'll give it a 6 also. But from
Yeah,
liking
that's
it,
fair. That's fair. But you liked it?
6, I give it 6 shots in the barrel.
Oh, yeah, you guys know me. I'm the generally even-keeled one of the three of us.
And what would you scallywags think the tomato scale gave it?
I mean, this is a classic. I guess Derek goes first, but
80.
95.
82. 83. 84.
Can I get an 85?
84. No,
Is that your-
84.
I say 90. Final
80
answer.
84.
90.
Wait. 84.
I'm gonna end that bit. The bit is over. And
84.
Charlie,
This bit belongs to the man with no name.
the magnificent stranger. Why did they just name it the man with no name? That could have been the name of the movie. That still sounds cheesy. But yeah,
I feel like there probably is a lot of movies called The Man with No Name or something like that from like,
I'd
the
probably
50s.
watch A Fistful of Dollars before something called The Man with No Name.
I agree.
Fistful of Dollars is badass.
So the tomato people gave it a 98, which means Charlie just beat Derek.
I
Oh,
lost!
that's right.
I lost again!
Yeah, Derek, you were so good at this game, and now you're kind of on a downward spiral. You're in a slump. You're in a tomato slump.
He doesn't like westerns.
Yeah, you're just a rotten tomato, Derek. That's what you are.
Excuse me?
Right. You're a rotten, no good, big, beaten up, rusty.
What else?
I could go on forever.
What
but
else? I'd like you to.
You're a rotten tomato. That's what you are.
I've never taken so much abuse in one episode.
Well, welcome to my life. That's me every episode.
Yeah, but you warrant it. You asked for it. Dressed like that.
And you like it too. You eat that shit right up.
We still have to go to our very good friends from Derek's favorite website at Common Sense Media.
Yay. Can I read a
Yay.
review by a 13-year-old?
Take it away,
Yeah.
Derek, baby.
This Western film is very good. The only swear word they use is hell, and they use a blasphemy, but it is clearly in Spanish. There is a slightly disturbing scene in where Clint's character gets beaten into talking, and he shoots a villain, and blood pours out of his mouth. It is a film to watch if your kids want to. I'm saying it like this because it's all one sentence. If your kids want to watch a more violent film, get used to moderate / edging into strong violence. Sex, 1 out of 5. There is a woman who gets kissed. It's implied that she is forced to sleep with him. A woman in her near underwear gets interrupted. What? Wait. A woman in her near underwear gets interrupted. But what? It just ends. Violence, 4 out of 5. Throughout, there is lots of violence, including punching. Pooching, kicking, hanging by hands, and lots of guns. Profanity, 0 out of 5. 1 hell and a Spanish blasphemy. I wonder what they say. Chinga tu madre. Alcohol / drugs, 2 out of 5. Many cigars. What, really? Frightening scenes, 4 out of 5. Most of the film is under tension.
Cigarillas.
Most of the film is under tension and lots of deaths, including a death toll with a machine gun and a scene of moderate torture. Now that was a review.
You know what bothers me?
right.
This 16-year-old kid writes, Clint Eastwood's biggest movie, a huge movie for all ages, no graphic violence, and drinking, no nothing, with 3 exclamation points.
Nobody drinks in this?
What is he? No, I think he's lying because there is violence. He says there's no violence, there's no he's just a. You know what? The 16-year-old kid, he's a bad guy. He's a bad apple.
That there's
He's trying to get little kids to watch this movie and get scarred for life. Because, if you're a
This
little
is not the
Christian,
movie
you
to
can't
do with
handle
that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
There's worse violence in Fortnite probably, and 8-year-olds are playing that.
So Charlie, what did the
But
parents
they ain't
say?
no Christians. What parents need to know? Parents need to know that this is more violent than many of the Hollywood westerns that preceded it, though ones that came after were worse. Lots of men and 1 woman die, even if we don't see bullets leaving exit wounds. A little boy is tormented by being fired at but not hit by bullets, and the hero suffers an excruciating beating. One character uses a plate of metal under his poncho as an effective bulletproof vest. A real don't try this at home detail. One character is the main character. But okay.
And that is what the parents need to know. So,
Right on.
so do you guys? So, last thoughts on that? I think the movie has potential. Hated the trailer, but I love what the kids.
The movie has potential.
I love what I love what the kids had to say.
I like the 16-year-old review titled "A Fistful of Pleasure." I don't think they knew what they were saying.
Yeah, I think that was a funnier joke than they even realized.
So before we move on, I'll give you some fun facts. Clint Eastwood apparently was outraged and very upset when he got this set to discover that none of the German, Spanish, or Italian people knew anything about the American West and its history. And apparently he was trying to educate everybody on the history of the West, and they were like, "We don't care. We're just here to act, asshole."
The Germans are
Yeah.
just like, "I will get you with my shooty guns." No.
I know Clint Eastwood. I know Clint Eastwood's this real right wing kind of asshole guy, but I didn't realize that it was so bad like that. This guy sounds like one of those frat boys that loves barstool sports and has American flags on all of his clothes. You know what I mean?
But there is a little metrosexual side to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, he made the wardrobe for his character. He literally told the director and the wardrobe people, don't bother buying my outfit. I'm going to go around LA and pick out my wardrobe myself. And he did. He bought the whole wardrobe for his character, he spent with his own money. He didn't get reimbursed by the production company.
That's because he's a real man.
I ain't wearing no Euro trash.
Real man pays for his own wardrobe.
Come, man with no name, we will ride our horses to the discotheque of the West.
I ain't going to no discotheque.
I could hear Derek speaking that German accent to Charlie's Clint Eastwood all day long.
Damn it.
Like, you two should go on the road together. Clint and
We
the
will
German.
put mayonnaise in our tacos.
I ain't going on no road, no German.
Pass
no
the
kraut.
mayonnaise for our kraut tacos.
I ain't no sauerkraut. I eat my hot dog mustard and that's it.
Oh, that's too much fun. Actually, that's too much fun. Guys, I am so excited for the last and final trailer we're going to watch today. So we just watched 2 critically acclaimed Westerns, but I don't love good Westerns. I love the cringy Westerns. And the cringiest of them all are the Westerns that Elvis Presley made. He made like 6 or 7 of them at one period of time. And all of the ones he was on were just like, Elvis basically was in a sound studio filming his scenes by himself while the rest of the cast and crew were like in Mexico or Italy shooting the actual movie. and Elvis was the lead. And he normally got paid like 50% of the budget and also got paid like 50% of what the movie made. And like there was no heart or soul in any of the Elvis Westerns. And we're watching
That's what makes him good.
And we're going to watch the trailer of my favorite one. And this one is called Charro or Charu.
It's named after me.
Charro, which is the. Can I get one more? Can I give one more fun fact before we watch this trailer?
Permission
Yeah,
denied.
sure.
So Charro means the lead singer of a mariachi band. That's like what the word is, and it's ironic because Charro in the movie, who's Elvis, it's his only Western that he doesn't sing or dance in. So it's weird that the one movie he doesn't sing or dance in is the one movie named after a singer.
Also, I'd like to give one more fun fact.
Lay it on me,
movie that
sister.
I thought when I was getting ahead of myself earlier, I got it completely wrong. I was thinking of like, what's that guy who's like in Benchwarmers who does a lot of stuff with David Spade? He has some sort of Western thing that he did.
Rob Schneider?
Yeah. He made a Western something, or maybe that was the Adam Sandler thing. I don't know. I got it.
No, Adam
completely
Sandler
wrong.
made a Western. I actually really like that movie. It's
He
called
made
like
The Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, I actually like that movie.
Really? That one has like a 0%, I think.
And it was funny because it came out the same exact year as Hateful Eight.
Right.
So I was like, there's 2 movies that have numbers in them.
It's a parody. It's a parody movie.
Wait, it's a parody of the Hateful Eight?
No, I think it's a parody of The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Magnificent Seven is where all of these names are. That's the reference that they're making. Hateful Eight was a reference to the Magnificent Seven, and so was the whatever 6.
But it's funny that they both came out at the same time.
One is a parody, one is homage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. But let's get to the Elvis trailer.
A different kind of role, a different kind of man.
Don't move, Jess.
Anybody makes a move to stop me, one of you never makes another move.
Get off your horse, Vince. Walk toward me.
A different kind of role, a different kind of man. Elvis Presley as the one called
Churro. Riding on my horse and to my 13-year-old cousin's house.
In the ghetto.
Did that trailer tell us anything about the movie? All it told us
but it was the best of the three so far.
Yeah, really, it was the best because it's got that. It almost looks like it's from. It's way before the 70s, but it looks like
Only
one of
by a
those
year.
like. Really?
Yeah, it came out in 69.
1969.
You jerk.
1969.
You jerk
Wow.
face asshole.
Why did because most of his career I feel like was before the 60s.
Yeah.
No, that's why he started acting, dude.
But he did have some hits around this time, and then he would die, I think, in 77. So he's like gonna die in 8 years.
On the toilet, right?
On a toilet, on a commode. Oh, it hurts.
Watch all the Elvis movies. They're so good.
Yeah, I would totally
bad.
watch that.
Like they're awful, but you gotta watch them.
That was 69. That because it has all the flavorings of like one of those funky 70s trailers. That's why I liked it so much.
So Elvis, you said that Elvis sounds like Johnny Bravo. No, Johnny Bravo
Johnny
was
Bravo
based.
sounds like Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm no fool.
Magnificent Seven, isn't that based on the Ridiculous Six?
Magnificent Seven, I was gonna say was my second choice after Shane, but Shane just has more sentimental value. But I did watch the Magnificent Seven with my dad, and after that I got so into cowboys, and I was like 10 years old, and I feel like I guess it's not too old, but I was still dressing up like a cowboy because of that movie when I was 10, which is maybe a little too old to be dressing up like a cowboy. But it's okay. I had fun.
Wanna be a cowboy, baby.
Yeah, I heard you use a Woody doll as a dildo. Is that true, Charlie?
A Woody? Oh! I see. You confused me because like a Woody is a boner.
No,
I've
yeah,
never heard that.
You never heard
Really?
of Woody?
No.
Well, because it's morning wood. That's where it comes from.
Oh,
morning wood.
yeah, of course I heard of it. You fucking piece of shit.
Oh, you're coming at me because you didn't know what a Woody was. You fucking limp dick motherfucker.
I thought you were just coming up with a really strange name for a dildo, a Woody doll.
No, well, you know what? That could be a doll.
Woody doll, a San Francisco redwood.
I threw going rice-a-roni on my ass with the San Francisco treat.
Rice-a-bony.
Rice-a-bony.
The San Francisco meat.
I have a pitch for you guys. We should make a line of trailer trashing dildos that we call Woody dolls, and they're all made out of like different types of fancy woods.
The molds of
like
our
babinga,
peni.
babinga, swamp ash, fancy woods. If you guys respect wood, right?
Yeah, maple, oak, all of it, all of the above.
Give me a fancy wood like I gave you. I gave you two fancy woods.
Coca-Cola.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
No, these are not fancy woods.
Coca-Cola's fancy as fuck.
Yeah, that one was.
Arbor and Limber.
That's made up.
That's made up.
That's
no,
made up.
Look, Google
you made
it.
that up.
Google it.
I think you Googled
No.
it. That's what I think. I think
Google
you
yourself.
Googled it first.
I don't have Google. I use Bing.
I think we have derailed more than that cannon train. Let's get back to Charro.
So, I'm giving Charro an 8 out of 10, and I enjoyed that fucking trailer. I could watch Elvis do anything.
I'm going 8 out of 10 too. That was really I would watch that movie. I've
I'll
seen
give
the
it
other
a 7.
two
It was
already.
pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
it's so bad though. The movie's awful.
Charro.
You have to believe me that the movie's just horrendous. All right.
Charro.
So, guys, Rotten Tomato game. This is really anyone's guess. I wouldn't know where to begin with you guys. So, I'll let Charlie go first since he's in the lead.
I'm more than in the lead. I won already.
But let's see if you can sweep it. Come on, baby boy.
Yeah, let me sweep it. I'm gonna go
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
I warn you not to come around these parts no more.
I'm gonna go 61.
Ooh, Derek, how would you count it, baby boy?
I'll give it a 50 and a half.
50.
Wow, I think the half is what made Derek win because I think you guys were tied because
Wait, what?
the score is 56. So I think the half. Derek wins.
No, I win.
you-
I said
that is
61.
objectively closer.
No, because 6, 5.
I said.
Take some
who's
time.
what?
Oh, 5.5 versus 5. Wait,
He
what
said
did-
59.
No, you said
What did you?
you said 61. I thought Charlie said 61.
I said 61, but what was the
Oh.
score?
And the score is 56.
56 is 5, and he got 4.5. Oh.
Yeah, so fuck you. You guys are both dumb mathematician.
We need to hire an intern for this stuff.
Yeah, I knew I was right. I was right the whole time. And let's go down to the review. Charlie, just read the first sentence of John.
I wanted that sweep so bad I was willing to lie about the math. Charo.
That's how they say it.
Yeah, well, because the name has an exclamation point in it.
So there was no Catholic moms. There was no babyface Ebert. So all we have is some guy who writes for Radio Times named John Ferguson. And what did he give it, Charlie boy?
By this stage in his career, Elvis Presley must have been desperate to get away from the fluffy nonsense of his musicals, but he should have chosen a far more convincing alternative than this bungled would-be serious Western. The King struggles with his role as a supposedly hard-bitten gunfighter who fights to clear his name when he's set up by his old partners in crime, and the rest of the cast is not remotely convincing either.
They're not.
Presley was better off with the girls, fast cars, and songs of the previous year's Speedway.
And he gave it 1 star.
Where? Oh yeah, he did. 1 out of 5 too, which is worse.
Yeah, and also this movie was a little bit controversial because it was the first time that Elvis ever sported a beard. Ever.
Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, first time ever in a movie, concert hall, anything.
Yeah, because I'm used to the chops, but he had them sometimes. It's kind of like a half beard. It was like he had the regular Elvis facial hair, and then he just kind of let the rest out.
The chops that all the Vegas Elvis people have the chops version.
Yeah. And so the original name of this movie that they also changed right before the movie came out was Come Sundown, Come Hell, which I'm pretty sure Elvis
Spelled
says.
C-U-M.
Which I'm pretty sure Elvis says in the movie like 3 times. I'm almost
full of cum.
Come sundown, come hell.
Derek, are you just trying to make pornos of all these westerns, you sick bastard?
It's more interesting than westerns.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a few more fun.
A girl in underwear who gets interrupted.
A girl in underwear gets interrupted. So here's some fun facts to end the show. Elvis in this movie performed all of his own stunts. Do we believe that? Because I don't.
Yeah, because you said he did it all on a soundstage.
He jumps behind a rock. That's okay.
It's not that crazy.
Also, Elvis refused to attend the movie's premiere, and he also refused to give interviews asked about this movie. So, besides him acting in this movie, there's no other evidence about him being involved in this film.
He knew that turkey was a stinker.
He knew that turkey was a stinker. Do you guys have any last thoughts on Charo or any of these Western movies we watched today?
That turkey was a stinker. I'd watch it. But, it doesn't look good. It looks funny, though.
So what did we learn? We learned that
Derek doesn't like Westerns. I was actually surprised by that. That's what I learned the most.
So we learned that Shane is actually a psychopath. We learned that Clint Eastwood is a hard right-wing Republican. And we also learned that Elvis, he's embarrassed of his stinking movies. And I guess that's all for today's Western-themed episode of Trailer Trashing. Please stay tuned for next week when we got more trailers coming your way. I was Joey Rinaldi. That was Derek Blythe and Charlie Weinschenk. And if you had fun today, give us a 5-star review in the podcast app. Follow us on Instagram. Send us a message. And if you want to watch Derek's pornographic version of these Westerns...
I'm so sorry. Damn it.
If you want to watch Derek's pornographic version of these Westerns, please email us at trailertrashing@gmail.com.
Trailer Trashing Podcast.
And that's all for us today. Have a nice week, boys and girls. We'll see you next week, knuckleheads.
That turkey was a stinker.